I'm Jadea Murray, and here on A Positive Note, we highlight the most heartwarming stories from all around our tri-state that move and inspire us. Now today, we're shining spotlights on all of the charities, fundraisers, and do-gooders around our tri-state that have been working extra hard to make life better for others. And we start with this story of a Connecticut pastor waiting on the organ donation that'll save his life. You won't believe the incredible work he's doing in the meantime.
Good morning, Greater Bridgeport Christian Fellowship. This is Pastor Eric speaking.
The phone has been ringing off the hook here at Greater Bridgeport Fellowship Church on Boston Avenue.
You are able to register for toys. We will be distributing them on December 10th.
Where Pastor Eric Torres runs one of the biggest Toys for Tots programs in New England, providing holiday gifts to more than 1,500 kids in the Greater Bridgeport region.
We're really excited about that because I have a great team that is put together that is willing to labor and come alongside me to make it possible to bring smiles to children's faces this Christmas.
But what you'd never know when talking to Eric and his mom about their massive annual charity effort is that he has been praying to God every single day for a miracle to save his life. 2 months after finding out that he has stage 5 kidney disease, which is often fatal.
It was heartbreaking, especially at 40 years old, to find out that I was in need of a kidney transplant and had to immediately go on dialysis.
It really set us back, and we all were filled with emotion and tears, but we also knew that Eric is a fighter.
It was Eric's fighting spirit that made national news 2 years ago when thieves broke into the storage units behind his church and stole thousands of dollars worth of gifts. They were earmarked for families in need. Eric fought back then, getting all new gifts for the kids, and he's fighting back now to get a new kidney for himself.
I remain steadfast, and I'm a firm believer that the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but it is given to those who endure, and I am determined to endure.
Not only does he fight for himself, more importantly, he fights for others.
Eric, who's also a popular school principal, has been fighting for others ever since he was a child. Now, even as he fights for his life, he's fighting for all the children who would otherwise not get gifts on the holiday. His simple hope is that someone, somewhere, will give him the gift of life before the clock runs out.
I've been told that I'm a prime candidate for a kidney transplant. That is something that I'm absolutely looking forward to, because I'm looking forward to another 20, 30, 40 years of serving my community and giving the best of me, because I absolutely believe that they deserve that.
You can still call the church if you'd like to donate a few items yourself. There's also been a GoFundMe created to help Pastor Torres once his sick time at work runs out. The link for all of that is available at news12.com. Now, I recently introduced you all to the Brooklyn Brothers, bringing hope to the homeless community in New York City, one purple blanket and handwritten note at a time. In the good spirit of the holiday season, their generosity continued. At the height of the pandemic, Times Square was like a ghost town. But this week, it was buzzing again. It's Benjamin's 26th birthday, and he's first in line to receive a free haircut.
Look like a new man. I like that.
When someone looks good, they feel good, and when they can feel good, then they can be the best version of themselves, and that's the type of energy that we want to give to everyone that we come in contact with.
The fresh cut comes courtesy of Alex, Juan, and Karina of Solutions Barbershop of New Jersey. On Giving Tuesday, they teamed up with Brooklyn's Blankets of Hopes, Mike and Nick.
Giving Tuesday is just a day to, be extra kind. That's really all it is.
We feel really fortunate that we could give that opportunity today to the homeless because they don't get that opportunity often. So, we want them to feel really good today.
While the birthday boy gets his fresh cut, the benevolent Brooklyn Brothers hit the streets on a different mission.
The secret to living is giving, right? There's no greater feeling in the world than being able to give something to someone else without expecting anything in return.
From Times Square to Union Square, they're giving out free blankets and a little kindness to anyone in need.
Getting out there and get your feet moving the way your mouth moves is something that's important to us. That's why every Giving Tuesday we try to get out and actually hit the streets and get in the trenches with the people that we're trying to serve.
It's all about making people feel good.
So not only is it a blanket of hope, but now they have a fresh cut and a fresh start.
He's right, because after a fade, lineup, and a little extra grooming, birthday boy Benjamin is feeling
picture perfect.
These brothers are on a mission to donate 40,000 blankets this year, but they say they need your help. Blankets of Hope is currently looking for teachers around the world to help them carry out their mission of spreading hope to the homeless. You can visit the BOH website to learn more about getting your classroom involved. Now a look back at another pair of brothers from our tri-state that warmed our hearts, this time from Westchester.
9-year-old Ayan Bilal of Chappaqua is a protective and proud older brother. His younger brother, 8-year-old Jonas, suffers from a rare genetic disorder called SYNGAP1.
It's really important for him to be able to move.
It can lead to seizures, low muscle tone, and autism. So to help raise money for research for his brother's condition, Ayan set up a lemonade stand in downtown Chappaqua.
We got $381 in just 2 hours.
Ayan and his friend raising the money by asking people to donate whatever they felt like.
It felt really good. It makes me feel very proud because now we can come up with a medicine for my brother.
Caroline Bilal and her husband came up with the idea for the lemonade stand. They decided to get Ayan involved during a summer in which almost everything was closed because of the pandemic.
I was super proud. I'm also impressed at how, with no preparation, he's able to just speak to some of these things that are adult-like and are complicated topics to talk about.
And Ayan's not stopping at a lemonade stand. He set up a GoFundMe page to raise additional funds for SYNGAP1 research. A big brother taking charge in the race to find a cure for his younger brother's rare condition.
Ayan's GoFundMe is still up and running if you'd like to help. So far, he's raised almost $4,000 of his $10,000 goal. Over in Connecticut, even though they had just met, she was willing to move mountains to make him happy. Meet the woman who raised well over $20,000 so a sweet boy could get his service dog.
Just wanted to let you guys know we're a little more than halfway. We are dealing with some serious incline here.
26-year-old Paige Marinelli reached new heights this month, climbing the highest peak in the northeastern United States.
There was a point that I would have never been able to do that.
Paige was diagnosed with epilepsy at the age of 10. After college, her seizures got worse, so at 23, she chose to have surgery.
I had 4 craniotomies in a month, and they removed a piece of my brain that was causing my seizures, and I've been seizure-free for over 3 years.
The recovery was long, but worth it.
My life has improved so much.
And that made Paige want to help others struggling with their health. In January, she began leading an epilepsy support group.
It was meant to be, I guess. It's just
a group Trumbull mom Jennifer Colello recently joined.
Could the puppy band video?
Jennifer's 5-year-old son Andrew loves puppies, wrestling, and superheroes, plus anything Big Brother Trey does.
Okay, it's your turn.
Andrew has epilepsy with seizures that increased in intensity this year. He also was born with the most severe form of spina bifida.
He had to have a lesion, a very large lesion, closed on his spine.
Nice job!
Andrew uses a walker, wears ankle-foot orthotics, and does physical therapy 4 times a week.
2. Good job.
Parents Jennifer and Richard always dreamed of another form of help, a service dog trained to detect seizures.
A dog would be able to give him the independence to sleep on his own. It would be able to alert us to things that I'm sure we're already probably missing.
Belly, 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 front, that's him.
A dog would also help with Andrew's stability while walking.
Hands up.
But it wasn't an option right now.
Knowing how expensive they were, we never thought that we would be able to afford it on our own.
Then came a plan from the young woman who'd become a source of support for Jennifer in recent months.
I got a phone call from Paige saying, you know, I've always wanted to climb Mount Washington. I want to do this for Andrew. I want to do this in Andrew's honor.
Paige would climb for a cause, raising money to get Andrew his dog.
Here she is, a mom, just like my mom, going through raising a child with epilepsy, and how could I not extend my heart to her?
I was just like dumbfounded in the beginning. I mean, it seemed too good to be true.
Go ahead, show us your magic.
The fundraising campaign quickly reached, then surpassed its goal. It was up to $24,000 when Paige and her team set off from the base of Mount Washington August 15th.
It was exhausting and challenging, but it was so worth it in every way. On the plus side, look at our view. It was really beautiful and meaningful, and I guess every step meant something.
This step is for you, Andrew. We're here at the top of Mount Washington.
A peak more than 6,000 feet high.
We climbed this one for you, you climbed with us, and we can't wait for you to get your dog.
There's definitely no question about us being friends for life now.
I cannot thank her enough for the gift that she gave us and our family. Andrew's gonna grow by leaps and bounds with this service puppy. I truly believe that.
The Colello family say they've been accepted into a service dog program for 2022, and Paige is still working with her young adult epilepsy support group.